Hey YouTube, this time the Purple One. Want to show you something positive, and that's gardening. Definitely got a lot of cukes coming on. Lots. We've been eating them. Oh, I love them. Tomatoes are doing good. But what I want to talk about is something a lot more negative. First of all, I just killed a copperhead. That'll be my second copperhead in a week. So be careful out there if you're in an area where there's poisonous snakes. I hate poisonous snakes because I got grandbabies, so yes, I kill every single one of them. Some people are gonna say, Dave, move them around your property, get them off your property. I can't, because if I take them and put them somewhere else, I'm putting on someone else's property. Now, if someone said, hey, I will pick up every poisonous snake you have, that's a different story. But for me, they're a direct threat to my little ones, and I will kill them and kill each and every one of them. And I'm only referring to poisonous snakes. Black snakes, gardener snakes, that's a different story. I got a prayer request. My mother had a stroke on the 5th of July. She's in the hospital. We'll be there a while. I would appreciate any prayers. Probably people are thinking, did she get vaccinated? No, she is not vaccinated. So that was definitely not a cause for the stroke. So please pray for that. Thirdly, I apologize. Our straws are finally back in. The water straws, they're a great seller on Amazon for us because we have them priced $40 for 5 straws, $8 a piece. And me and JD, we're a very small company, so we got to sell product before we can buy new products. So that's why sometimes the straws are not in stock. We would love to keep them in stock, but we're the small guys on the block. But our straws are keeping up with the big guys for sure, just because of our price point, plus the quality of our straws. I had to, when I reviewed all these straws and with the manufacturers, they had to exceed what was out there already. They had to be better. So I apologize, but they're back in stock. All right, let's get to the nitty-gritty of this video. There's the numbers. Hope you can see that. I've been keeping up with the debt, keeping you informed. Typically, it's about 2.1 trillion, or excuse me, it better not be trillion. It's $2 billion every day, nonstop. Every day we go in debt, $2 billion. So on 7/6, we were 32,334 billion. Guess what? Today is the 8th. We are 32,474. That's $140 billion. We just went further in the hole. It is getting worse and worse and worse. I feel like I'm beating a dead horse here. I'm hopefully going to motivate you to prepare like you've never prepared. I'm not trying to scare you and fearmonger, no. But I feel like I'm a watchman on the wall. And as a watchman on the wall, when I see something bad, I have to inform you. Some of you are doing everything you can. Within the realm of your finances and your physical condition, you're doing everything. Just keep it up. Because as you can see, we went 140 billion. So what's typically what I've been following is we go about 2 billion every day unless there's a big spike, and 140 billion is a gigantic spike. It's going to get worse. This is a Ponzi scheme. There's a lot of debt that the government is having come due. So what's going to happen is they have to renew them at a very, very high interest rates, 4% and 5% interest rates compared to 1%, 1.5%. So that's the problem. It's a snowball that's rolling down a hill, gathering momentum, gathering speed, and gathering snow. So you got to position yourself to make sure you're not going to get smashed by this thing. We're all going to get smashed by it. Our life is going to change. Do I know this for certain? No, I can't tell for sure what's going to happen, but I'm just going off of facts, not emotions. Then the facts is we are in trouble. Remember, June 3rd, we had the big debt limit, and they got rid of the debt limit. There is no debt limit legally, so technically they could spend whatever they want, I think, till January 1st, 2025. And I think they did it because both sides knew they have no idea what's going to happen. They don't have any idea what's going to happen with interest rates. So they said, hey, we'll just scrap the debt limit and we can spend whatever we want to. So I thought we would do, $1 trillion. And I said that probably in a month. I had a video about that. I was wrong. It did not take us a month. We went from 6/3, June 3rd, and today is 7/8. So it was almost 4.5 weeks. And we went $1 trillion in the hole. $1 trillion. Now, some of this is because they couldn't spend money, and so they were probably doing some creative financing, but it doesn't matter. It's $1 trillion. We don't even spend $1 trillion a year on national defense. So they're going to have to make tough decisions. We're going to need leaders, not politicians. We're going to need leaders. We need people that love this country, people that can make the hard decisions and go back and tell their the constituents, their people, and they represent. They say, hey, I'm making some hard decisions. I don't want to make hard decisions. The people that are going to suffer are we, the people. But we haven't fought as hard as we should have. We haven't held these politicians to the fire. And to be honest, a lot of people benefit from every time they do a spending bill. People get richer. That could be bigwigs, and it's also us. I mean, we got free money given to us during COVID. You don't get anything for free in this world. And they sent out checks. They spent a lot of money that we didn't have. A lot of money was wasted. So, $140 billion just hit the national debt. $1 trillion in less than 5 weeks. That's going to have consequences. You can put your head in the sand and say, Dave, no, they're going to work it all out. They're not going to work it all out. It's becoming mathematically impossible to work it out. And as we see, go look at the 30-year loan or 30-year treasuries, the 1-month treasury, and all the ones between. They're running 4 to 5%. Look at mortgage rates. They're over 7, way over 7%. That's going to affect people trying to buy a house. If they can't buy a house, we go further into a recession. Further into a recession makes things worse for us. If we go into a bad recession and the government has, how are they going to spend money? How are they going to stimulate the economy? How are they going to keep people afloat? How are they going to keep things from falling apart? They'll have to do more money, more borrowing, more printing. And that just creates more problems. If you look at what's happening in the world has decided they do not want the US dollar. It's happening every day. We can see more and more articles coming out. When the US decides the US dollar is not the king, it's going to speed up the crash. So, please, whatever you can do to prepare. You might say, Dave, I can't prepare at all. You can do something. If it's buying 1 can of corn this week, buy it, please. Don't get discouraged and say I can't do it. Work very hard at doing whatever you can. Some of you might have to make hard decisions. Some of you might need to give up cable TV. Yes, give it up today. Save that $60, $70, $80, $100. If you can downsize on your cell phone plan, downsize. If you got to give up Netflix, give up Netflix. You need that extra 10, 12, 20 bucks a month. You're going to need it. You can prep with it. You can pay your bills. From that other video, there are so many people, and then a ton of people sent me private emails because they didn't want to share what's on their heart. They don't want to share the bad things they're going through, I guess, in a public forum. And I understand that. A lot of them were very emotional to read. And these are people that aren't really looking for handouts. They're just telling me, hey, it's not going good for me. Things are not working out. I can't afford to feed my family. I can't afford to pay all my bills. I have to decide every month what is priority. I don't know what's going to happen, but I am praying that people are preparing, that are putting stuff back, stockpiling, getting their bills paid off. I hope you have a good day. I hope this is not doom and gloom for you and you're feeling, a lot of emotional pressure. I know a lot of people are, because it's rough. It's rough when you don't have money to pay your bills. I understand that. Maybe it's a good day to count what blessings you do have. Thanks for watching.